All right, what do you do when you're in the trees and really have no place to go? Welcome to Hitting the Greens. That's going to be our topic this week. Brian Earls is our golf pro from the Foundation Golf Center and also the Golf Club of Coldwater, which is hosting us here as always. Scott Crabtree from C&O Insurance is back, and Scott said no sand, so we thought we'd go into the trees. Is that all right with you?
Perfect.
Perfect. All right. All right, so Brian, what are we going to be doing today?
Well, we're going to try to hit a shot that's a little bit lower with one of our longer irons. We're about 150 yards away from the green here, behind the trees. And we have to hit a shot that doesn't get up into the tree limbs, so we have to keep it lower. And to do that, we're going to be starting with a 4-iron.
All right. And really the key to something like this is, I mean, some people will go for the green on this, depending upon where the trees are at, but a lot of people just need to get it out into the fairway to get the next approach shot.
It's a great point. You know, we're going to be aiming, we got a situation here where we're going to be aiming towards the green, but if we don't get there, that's okay, as long as we're not still trying to hit the same shot on our next swing.
Yeah, I've done that before where it's bam, bam, I went, oh, I don't like that. So.
Yeah, and a lot of people get into this situation and they go to make that full swing and they top the ball. So then the ball goes about 10, 15 feet and you still have the same shot for the next one. So we're really going to work on contact to make sure that we're striping it, getting up in the air just a little bit so we don't hit the tree limbs, but then it still will go and roll quite a ways up towards the green.
All right, you're watching Hitting the Greens from the Golf Club of Coldwater. Brian, you ready to give us little tips and techniques?
Sure, absolutely.
All right.
You know, the key on a shot like this is really, it kind of gets into ball position being the most important thing. And, you know, to hit the ball lower, and we talked about it before on these episodes, is the key to hit the ball lower is playing it back in your stance. If you have the ball in the middle of your stance, like it would be here, we want to make a little bit of an adjustment to play it closer to the right foot. And when we do that, we're going to be, instead of keeping the hands back, we're going to put the hands forward. And you can see as I do that, I lose loft on the club. So I'm de-lofting the club so that I can hit that lower shot and then let it roll a lot farther. If we try to play this forward in our stance and make our full swing, we'll add loft to the club and probably hit the tree right in front of me. So we want to play it back in the stance. We want to de-loft the club a little bit. And when I'm making this swing, I'm not going to go with a big full swing weight transfer. I'm going to get all my weight on my left side so I can hit down into the ball and really stay with it. The more I get back on my right foot, the more I want to scoop, and you can see I add loft to the club when I do that. So we'll get forward onto our left foot and keep the weight there so that we can make our full swing, hit down into the ball, and let it rise up in the air a little bit and then roll up by the green.
Brian, one of the things I noticed there was your shoulder angle. Mm-hmm. You know, as soon as you went like this, you know, back, and you could see that your shoulders were already up.
Absolutely.
At that angle.
You know, and that's what you have to be careful of. If you get that weight back on my right foot, a lot of times when I do that, I raise the angle of my shoulders, and that's usually the direction that the ball's going to go. So if we get more weight on our left side, our shoulders become more level with the ground, then we can hit that lower ball.
All right. You're watching Hitting the Greens from the Golf Club of Coldwater. Brian Earls is our golf pro. We got Scott Crabtree from C&O Insurance, and I'm Tim Hart. When we come back, we'll have Brian take a few shots, and then Scott and I will hopefully learn the lesson and take a few shots to keep it down low as we go on the green here on 15. You're watching Hitting the Greens from the Golf Club of Coldwater. More after this. Welcome back to Hitting the Greens from the Golf Club of Coldwater. Tim Hart with Scott Crabtree from C&O Insurance Services, and we've got Brian Earls, our golf pro today. And you know, Scott hasn't really said a whole lot. He's taking this pretty serious. He's getting ready to roll. Just wait till the challenge is what I'm saying.
I've been a fool of myself on this show many times. I'm
He's trying to redeem is what he's trying to do. All right, Brian, why don't you show us a couple of shots here? We're talking about keeping the ball down low.
Absolutely. So, you know, you'll take a look at your target from behind it, just as you would any normal shot. You're going to see your branches in front of you, and that's usually when you select your club. We're going with 4-iron here. Most people today have the hybrids in their bag. You'll have a 3 or a 2 or a 4 hybrid even. The hybrids tend to loft the ball a little bit higher than a normal iron would, so you have to be careful using those. Make sure you really get the face closed so that you're not promoting anything up in the air. So when we get back here, we'll see where the trees are. I kind of visualize the shot a little bit, but you know, basically, like I said, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to set up with the ball back in my stance a little bit. Try to put a little bit of weight on that left side. All right, and then, you know, rather than just set up square, I might just hood the club a little bit. When I say hood it, I'm just closing the face a little bit to help it stay lower, put my weight on my left side, and then try to make an aggressive swing so the ball will roll towards the hole.
I'd say that's pretty good.
That's really what you're trying to accomplish there. Roll it up towards the green or on it.
Or on the green, or maybe in the hole, Brian.
You know, you do that, you get lucky. We're, you know, rolling it up there. You know, I'm not one I don't practice enough to know how far that ball's going to roll once it lands and that type of thing. Anything up by the green is a good shot. That was a great shot.
All right, well, Scott, come on up here.
Oh, no.
We're gonna have, well, yeah, because we got to go from the right side first.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, because we got a whole different instructions for me on the left side. I don't know if I'd set it on that branch. All right, go ahead. This is my thought, that's all.
Just a little extra bark.
All right, so Scott's gonna get set up.
Got to play it back in the stance. He's going to load his weight up on his left side and keep it there. Try to hit down into the ball.
Nice, easy swing.
Absolutely.
Now, one of the things I noticed with Scott is he was open a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't the normal stance. He kind of brought his left leg back. Is that something you should do, shouldn't do?
It doesn't matter either way. It's going to affect it a little bit as far as, you know, when you're open, a little bit aimed to the left. Because we're not following through all the way on this shot, and you're cutting off your swing a little bit early, it helps to set up a little bit open in most situations. But either way, you're going to be successful with the swing, whether you're open, closed, whatever. It's all about contact.
Scott, give it another round. Any suggestions for him?
Yeah, aim further right and make the same swing.
Aim further right, make the same swing. Yeah. That means you're on it. I'm moving back. I'm out of your swing, I think. Look at that, the pride of C&O Insurance right there.
Real nice shot there.
That's a great shot, just like Brian's, right on up there. Look at that. You must be out here on the course an awful lot. Insurance. That's what it is. I'm just not.
We missed out, too.
Dang it. All right, so we're going to take it from the other side, and we're going to do the same thing, right?
Absolutely.
Back in the stance, weight on the front foot.
Yes, sir.
Hands forward.
Hands forward, hood that club a little bit, make a pretty big aggressive swing at it. Real nice.
Not bad.
Good. So you can adjust your alignment a little bit there, aim a little bit more to the right, because really the bad part about this shot is if you hit it left, then you got to hit it over the bunker for your next one.
Okay.
So aim a little bit further to the right and that open part of the green. Better. Real nice shot. And from there, you'll be able to chip it on, probably one putt, and get your par.
I like the way you're thinking. You are my golf pro, sir. All right, hitting the greens from the Golf Club of Coldwater. Scott Crabtree is our guest today. We got Brian Earls with us, our golf pro. And we will tell you when we come back, we got a little competition coming up. We'll have 3 shots. Brian will explain the contest. Stay with us. You're watching Hitting the Greens. Time now for rules of the game with Brian Earls. And Brian, we are now in the sand. What's the rule of hitting out of the sand?
When you're in the sand, it's considered a hazard. You got to be very careful you do not ground your club until you actually make your stroke at the golf ball. So when you're getting ready to hit the ball out of the sand, you have to hold the club slightly above the sand behind the golf ball so that you're not making any contact. The rule is that way so you don't get any advantage when you're really testing the surface is what they're doing.
Because you could kind of dig it.
Yeah, you know, if I touch this down, I can feel that this is a real firm or soft bunker, and that gives me an advantage before I hit it. So what you do in that situation is by digging in your feet, then you can tell what the surface is like versus using your club to do that. So there's no practice swings, anything like that out of the sand unless you're just swinging through the air.
Okay, so don't seat your club in the sand, right?
You got it.
All right, thanks for being with us. All right, Brian Earls, rules of the game here on Hitting the Greens. Welcome back to Hitting the Greens from the Golf Club of Coldwater. We brought a guest back with us,
Hey,
Dave Sattler. How are you?
Good to see you, Bill.
Good to see you. Brian Earls is our golf pro, and Scott Crabtree from C&O Insurance is our guest golfer today. And we're going to have our contest. We thought we'd bring Dave Sattler in because he can always lend a little bit of quips and quotes, especially for Tree as he gets ready to hit, right?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, baby. All right, what are we going to be doing today?
Well, we're going to have a contest. We're going to put it back into the woods from where we just hit to make it a little more challenging because you guys were just too good from right here.
Yeah.
And you'll each get 3 shots. We'll hit them up there. You'll get to pick your best shot, and then we'll try to chip on and make a putt from there.
All right, so that's going to be the contest. We'll see if Tree can redeem himself from the last time he was out here. And do you want to go first?
My luck, I'll hit it in the sand and then it's
Pretty much, and it'll be a sandy shot. And then
That's another episode.
Yeah, that's a whole nother. Poor George Haas is glad he doesn't have a house over here right now, because on number 9, that's not a good thing for Tree. All right, you want to go first?
Yep.
Set the pace. We're going to come right back in here. Is that right, Brian?
Yeah, right
So we'll go
about there.
anywhere from here, this route, over.
Sounds good.
All right, Scott Crabtree's getting up. Dave, what do you think about Tree out here? You see him a lot on the golf course,
Well,
don't you?
you know, he's got the right name for being here. He's in with all the rest of the trees. 4.
Uh-oh. Look at that. That is the. Hang on. That
That's
is in the sand. You're exactly right, Scott. Exactly right.
That next one's going to be a little further right.
And you said we're only hitting one from here?
You better hit first.
That's right. Before I open my mouth.
Real good.
Back around.
Pretty good.
Oh, I'm feeling good about that.
Oh,
What do you think, Dave? Pressure on him right now?
Well, I think that, you know, he's got a practice shot now. He knows where to hit it. I think that if he, you know,
He's got those little dots on his ball there. Isn't that pretty?
What do you do? Tell him wear bowling shoes?
Good enough. Good enough. Look, he's
He really
avoiding.
wanna be in that
he's
sand.
avoiding the sand. Oh, come on. Your dad's right now kind of shuddering. I can tell you that.
See, that's important that Tim has a downhill lie, because you know that way he'll slice it. Swing hard, Tim.
I'm going to. I'm cupping. Isn't that right? We're doing. I'm cupping my club.
Yeah, I'll bet.
there we go. He's got a good
My first one was good.
When he was cupping, I didn't know what he was cupping there for a minute.
I might have to send you to go find my ball. It's not a pretty deal.
Oh, shoot.
But that's all right. That's why we brought Hooter out here, because, you
You
know,
got to have a few laughs.
he makes me nervous. Hey, Scott. Hey, Scott. Uh-oh.
He's in
That
the bunker.
is in the bunker. Oh, no, that's a good-looking shot. That's on the green, folks. Not quite. Uh-oh, I got my work cut out for me now.
Okay, I won't heckle you.
Thanks. I don't think it's going to make a difference. I do not think it's going to make a difference.
Should we watch out for the ball off the tree shot again?
Yeah, please step back, folks. Please step back. I have told you that I did ricochet one off one tree to the other tree in one of our other lessons.
Keep your head down.
I'm going to.
Keep that bald spot in play.
Thank you.
Out of
Normally
trouble.
that's what I would do. I liked my first one. I felt so good about it, I didn't want to make another good shot.
Would it be good to see who can chip it a little bit closer and make the putt?
There we go. We're going to up and down.
Chip in to win.
That's it. You're watching Hitting the Greens. We'll meet you up there on the green. Okay, we're up by the green now. My shot is a little bit off in the rough a little bit, and we got a little bit of a slope, so landed high.
Absolutely. This is a tough shot from here. You know, you got to get pretty lucky with pace that you hit it up there. Anything that goes past the pin might go by 10 to 15 feet. So I'm glad.
All of a sudden, Scott went, I like that. I like that a lot.
I'm glad somebody of your expertise is hitting this shot. Otherwise,
That's right.
otherwise somebody might get embarrassed.
All right, so give me the quick 1-2. What am I supposed to be doing here now?
Well, we're gonna play it a little bit back in your stance. What club do you have with you there?
I have a little sand wedge.
Yeah, play it a little bit back in your stance. Keep your weight on your right leg, and yeah, just that type of motion.
that?
Try to land it on the front edge. I think probably about 15 feet right of the hole, and let's watch it roll.
All right. I was hoping for more of a roll, I think.
Yeah, not quite what I had in mind, but
Well,
that's tough. You
Sort
mentioned that.
of. All right, Scott. He's got the advantage on me right now.
Yeah, you made his shot a lot easier.
Of course, he's a golf league guy.
That's true.
You know, he's a golf leaguer. Thursday night, I need Dave Sadler. He's still looking for my other ball. How do you lose a ball? It hits one tree. You can't even find the ball. But we'll talk to Scott here now. Scott, how many kids you got now? They out here golfing? They playing sports? What are they doing?
2 kids, 10 and 8.
2 kids, 10 and 8. All right.
They're kind of into golf, not quite fully yet, but baseball. We just finished up baseball and soccer. So.
And then you're gonna go right back into soccer.
Yeah.
It's the way it works. All right, now you try to go buy those leaves up there, Scott, or what are you trying to do? Oh, look at that pretty shot. I think he's in the hole.
That is pretty good.
I might not even have to hit mine because it might be done. He's got the pressure all over me. All over me, Dave Sattler.
Hey, I didn't find that ball.
You didn't find my ball? 4 guys standing in about a 3 feet span. We can't find it. Well, when you come down 15, there'll be my ball somewhere.
Hey now, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Tim Hart, ready to make the big putt of the day. Oh, what's he got? What's he got? What's he got?
Oh!
Real good.
Good little feel for that. I'm still out. I think I should put the pressure on you right now. You make it, you win.
All right.
You make it, you win. There's no rule about that. Now, Scott, you got that?
You can stay back there.
How you doing that? You're going right across your shadow. You okay with that? You high with that? You're gonna go high side? Yes, he did.
Woo!
Oh, the door is wide open, folks. Wide open.
You talked your way back into it, Tim.
I know. That's the only way I can do it. It sure is
No
not going to be
surprise.
golf. It's not going to be golf. It's a mouth wedge. That works.
3 shots on back.
Hey, there's no editing on this either. You okay? Get in the hole!
Oh!
So what does that mean, Mr. Golf Professional?
It means he'll have to make this to tie.
Make it to tie. Hang on a second here. You gotta look at this one. You want me to move your club? No. I tell you right now, this is some serious pressure because this is such an easy shot. Most guys would easily make this. I hope he doesn't go to the high side again because it's gonna go right around it. Oh! He rimmed the cup. It could be our first ever tie. Our first ever tie. Should we have a putt off?
I think so. Probably a putt off. Huh?
What do you think? Dave Sattler, putt off?
Yeah, let's have
Let's let Dave pick the spot. We'll
Pick
let
the
Dave
spot
pick
on the green there, Dave. There you go.
Thank you.
I couldn't find that one.
Dave Sattler, ladies and gentlemen, he is our, what do they call those guys? Field marshals?
I didn't know they had it.
Groundskeeper? Ball thrower?
Servant?
Right there. We got to go behind the ball. Hey, I just like to say thank you very much for letting me back in the
You're
game.
welcome. Good for those.
All right, well,
Me first?
I always like to let the guests go,
Oh, boy.
sort of. Now look at that. He's in front of the ball. Dave, now is that a foul, sir?
I think you're far enough away. I don't think a couple inches makes a difference.
Okay.
I don't know. I've never been up here.
He's never been up. Here, let me get over so we can get his strategy here. What kind of strategy you got?
Well, keep going.
I would loosen my collar. Unbutton the next button. Scott
I
Crabtree.
think it's the bowling shoes.
We got to get a shot of his shoes. Can we do that? Shh. This is a big putt right here. Shh.
I bet you he messes it by 5 feet.
Oh, that looks good though. That looks really good. That looks good.
I bet he misses it by 5
That looks
feet.
good. That looks still good.
That's a good
looking-
putt.
That's a
Looks
good
like
looking
a good
putt.
putt.
Looks like he missed it by 5 foot. I bet you Tim misses it by 8. I've seen him putt.
You better go get Tim's wedge.
Go get my wedge.
Don't hit it into the bunker, Tim.
I was just going to ask you.
Don't hit it into the bunker.
No, you know I'm a soft putter. You know that.
Yeah, I know. You're a lagger. Oh, he missed it on the low side.
That looks pretty good.
Come back around.
Wow.
Stop. Stop again.
8 feet. God,
It was a good putt.
Pretty good, Hoop.
want me to putt one and show you how it's done?
No, we don't want you putt. You're the next show. I think
Closest two.
I think there's a lot of pressure
Here
here.
all day.
Huh?
We could be here all day.
If we tie twice, we're done.
Tim counts that as a win.
Exactly right.
Anytime Tim ties, it's counted as a win.
Tie goes to the host.
Hey, what's your point?
Well, come on, Noonan.
Noonan is ready.
Missed it.
Come on back. I'm waiting for the roll. No
Okay,
roll.
Tree, you get a rebate on this now.
Scott Crabtree, you know he is a big client of ours, so if he does win, it's better for us.
We can edit this to watch it drop in the hole.
Oh, yeah. Shh.
You can make it drop in from back
I think
there
he's got a
if you
wrong aim. I think he's got a wrong line.
Oh, and he's back farther than you, Tim.
Good.
Huh?
Good.
Good? How about we call it a tie? We're going to call it good. We only have so much time in the show. It's only a half-hour deal. Brian, thanks a lot.
You
Great
got
deal.
it.
Dave Sadler, thanks for being out here with us.
Hey, nice shooting, Tree.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for keeping the door open and then kicking it wide open. I appreciate it. Bogey golf. All right. Hitting the Greens from the Golf Club of Coldwater and also sponsored by the Foundation Golf Center. We thank you for being with us. We'll be back next week. I'm cupping my club.
Hey, I'll bet.
My first one was good.